Hi, it's Jennifer with Pilates Back and Joint Exercise. Today I'm going to talk about pelvic floor exercises, in particular how to spontaneously activate the pelvic floor. So our goal is to breathe. The breathing, if we can free up the thoracic spine, the breath goes posterior lateral, so into the back of the ribs. So when I inhale, there's this expansion and my bra strap area moves down into the floor. And when I exhale, I get this spontaneous activation of the pelvic floor. And I like to call it the innie, outie, uppie. So when you inhale, you breathe into the back. When you exhale, you feel the hips narrow towards each other. So that's the innie. The outie is the fascia spreading wide through that area. And the uppie is the pelvic floor activation, or the lifting of that area. So let's go through a series of exercises to free that up. So we'll just start with our arms long at our side. And let's take an inhale. And remember, breathe into the back, breathe the back of you into the floor. And then exhale, drag the arms and legs back. And we'll just alternate, stretch, inhale, and exhale, pull back. And so again, this should be spontaneous, so I'm not thinking of the whole innie, outie, uppie, but maybe you feel a little bit of that work happening. So we can go both arms, one leg. I can go opposite arm and leg. So the goal here is to free up the thoracic spine, because the breath is really important to be able to move the diaphragm and get that spontaneous activation. So whatever you can do to free up the thoracic spine. And maybe you could go both arms and legs. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Feel the length in the spine, exhale. And so the back of you, the sternum is dropping down into the floor here. Now the next exercise is a bent knee drop, and so I'm just keeping my knees and ankles together to start. Pelvis is neutral. With an inhale, I'm going to stabilize the right knee or thigh and allow the left leg to move to the floor while I get that breath moving into my back, and then exhale to draw it back. Inhale, and I'll just go back and forth, alternating. Stretch and exhale, fold it in. So the back of me stays. When I move the right thigh down, I still feel the back, or the left thigh, excuse me, I still feel the back right rib into the floor here. And you can do both legs, so we can open like a butterfly and exhale. Again, we just want that spontaneous activation. And so let your breath engage or move the pelvic floor. So the next exercise, the bridge, take a breath, again, into the back ribs. Exhale, I'm going to press the hips up, so I'm going to push down into my heels. Imagine pushing the floor away. And then I'll take another breath, quick, and peel down. Exhale, inhale, prepare. Exhale again, press into my heels. And again, that activation should be spontaneous. Use the breath. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Scoop, kind of like a plane taking off down the landing strip, and then peel back down. And once more, exhale, scoop up, up, up. Good. Feel the shoulder blades and the upper ribs are heavy, so I'm not on my neck here at all. And then I'll just let the spine peel back down one by one. Now the next exercise is a little more advanced. It's a tabletop position. If you have any pelvic floor dysfunction, prolapse, whatnot, this is not recommended, as well as sit-ups or anything that causes a heavy intra-abdominal pressure. So the tabletop position, I can inhale, tap a toe, breathe into the back, exhale, again folding the leg back in. I can do this with the arms, so I could go opposite arm and leg. Inhale, stretch, tap, exhale, fold in. So the farther I reach from the core, the harder the work is, right? I can reach both arms and legs, pull them in. So again, we're just progressing from easy to hard here. If you feel like this is enough, to start with, then just stay there, opposite arm and leg. And so again, the progression is just extending both arms and legs, still keeping the position of your back against the floor though. Okay, another way we can activate, lying on our side. So side kick positions are a really good way to activate the pelvic floor. So I'm long through the waist, hips and shoulders are stacked, and I want to keep good neck alignment too. So I'm going to look out ahead and keeping the pelvis aligned. I'll inhale, stretch, exhale, squeeze the knees. So this is the clamshell, and the goal is there's this pulling again, kind of this stretching of the fascia, while there's still this pressure keeping that innie feeling. And then you can also feel the activation of the pelvic floor, maybe the sits bones drawing near each other. We can do that with a straight leg, push the heel away, lengthening. So there's always this space between the waist, between your waist and the mat. And good, lengthening, and just side kicks. So any series of side kicks is going to help with that activation as well. So let me just flip over quick. We'll do the other side. And again, legs are folded, waist is long. I'm just going to keep a little pressure on this outside hip just to keep that alignment also of my neck. And then the top leg, reach the heel. And so I'm going from hip level to about a 45 here. And breathe in, exhale. The work or the activation will be when the leg is coming down. And then we'll come up and get in position for the kneeling bird dog or quadruped stretch. So we can start with just a leg reach, inhale, and then exhale, fold it back in. And I can add the arm with this as well. So again, you just challenge yourself as you go. Inhale, stretch. So anytime you take both the arm and leg off at the same time, there's a little more progression of work there, of course. Inhale, breathe into the back and ribs. Exhale, pull back in. And so that's where the pelvic floor activation comes, on your exhales. And so I hope you enjoyed that quick tutorial on pelvic floor activation. Thanks for joining me.